Joe Lieberman is being Joe Lieberman. And, he's so-called independent status as a member of the Senate. And I don't know, Hadassah. I don't know what to do with this. He's going to be the silent fart at the party where everybody goes, "Ooh, God, what?" And try to assist in filibustering against something that the majority of the American people want, and certainly the majority of the Senate wants. So that's Joe Lieberman. But 3 years ago, in July and September of 2006, I want you to hear what he was saying then. Now he's saying, I'm not going to do this. This is back when he was running for re-election before the Democrats in Connecticut told him to take a hike.
Connecticut, I can do more for you and your families to get something done to make health care affordable, to get universal health insurance. I've been working on health insurance reform for more than a dozen years. I have offered a comprehensive program, small business health insurance reform, something I call Medikids, to cover all the children in America on a sliding fee basis up to the age of 25. Meta-choice, to allow anybody in our country to buy into a national health insurance pool like the health insurance that we federal employees and members of Congress have. Medical malpractice reform. It will cover 95% of those who are not covered now, and it will reduce the pressure on rising costs for all the millions of others who are covered.
Well, by God, Joe, that's just wonderful. How are you, how you doing today, schmuck? Huh? How you doing today, you turncoat coward? Well, that was then. This is now. Joe, being the sour little prune that he really is, got his bloomers in a wad, apparently, when the people of Connecticut kicked him to the curb because he was just useless. That speech came when he knew he was about to be kicked to the curb, and I don't think it was very sincere. Joe Lieberman is a Republican. He's always been a Republican, and Republicans are liars, they're deceiving, they're sneaks, and Joe Lieberman is no exception. But when he thought he was going to be defeated, and he was defeated by a complete unknown, he had his ass kicked out of the Senate in the primary. And then he decided to run as an independent after talking with the Republican power structure, because the Republican senator from Connecticut had as much chance as an ice cube in hell. But the Republicans knew they could count on old Joe to come through if ever anything really big came up that would make the Democratic Party a lock as a majority party for the next couple of decades. Well, this is that event, reforming health insurance. If Obama would have come out with single payer, it would have enshrined his name in history for forever until the United States totally explodes or implodes. If the Democratic controlled Congress had come up with just pure public option, that would have guaranteed a almost permanent Democratic majority in the House and the Senate, although not permanent, because this country is filled with crazy people who like to vote against their own best interests. But it would have given, as far as the eye can see into the future, a Democratic majority, so things could have gotten done. The Republican Party could have been sent to the basement where it belongs, where it could eat spiders and play with dead cockroaches. But Joe Lieberman is going to put a stop to that. You see, Lieberman, single-handedly, is going to do, finally, he has a chance to do what the deal was when he ran as an independent. When the Republican machine in Connecticut said, well, Joe, there's not too much we can do. Oh, wait a minute, run as an independent. We'll turn out the faithful. We'll get your ass in there. We will. But if the time ever comes when we need you, we'll pull on your chain, and you goddamn better bark. Do you hear? Yeah, well, let me call Hadassah. I gotta check. That sounds like a deal. That sounds like a good deal. All right. Reduce the pressure and rising costs. Well, that was then. This is now.
It's just not worth the risk, and it's not necessary to reform health insurance, which we need to do. When people hear public option, I think they think it's for free. It's not for free. Somebody's going to have to pay for it, and you can bet it's going to be the taxpayers and the people who pay health insurance premiums now.
How about the people who pick the public option, Joe? They have to pay for it. It's just available. This man turns my stomach. And we've talked before. The only reason Gore picked him was to satisfy the Israel lobby in this country. Lieberman was about as qualified to be vice president as your auntie's dog. But Lieberman, there we had Al Gore from Tennessee, and had to have somebody that AIPAC and the Israel lobby would bless, and that was Joe Lieberman. And if you doubt that, don't send me an email. I'm not the least bit interested. That's exactly why Lieberman was picked. Gore wanted Lieberman like he wanted a dose of the clap. He didn't want anything to do with Lieberman. I got to talk with Hadassah first. Hadassah!